Hey there guys, what is going on? It is me, yours truly once again, here to take his YouTube channel back and put out a couple of videos here this week before we get into some pretty cool little end of the year things to cap things off and start into a year of 2015 that looks to be just crazy laden with amazing releases and a bunch of great new stuff coming up. So that's kind of in the realm to look forward to. There's some things to wrap up in the meantime, and that's where today ties in, where we're going to I was flipping between the two, not really sure where to start here, but I decided to start with a group of 7-inch records that I kind of wanted to unbox here. Originally they were going to be in separate videos, but I decided, what the hell, I'm kind of short for time, so I wanted to condense them together. And I thought we'll kind of make it a little bit of a record store day mashup, because two of these were available on RSD, and the other one is just a basic continuation of some coverage I've been doing already. So let's start with that particular coverage here by bringing out the brand new, or the latest for right now, Ryan Adams 7-inch Pax-Am single called Do You Laugh When You Lie? Now, this is the latest in the series. I'm not even going to try to get a number off the top of my head. Of course, we've had the Gimme Something Good 7-inch at the beginning of the year. There was 1984, not to be confused with Taylor Swift's 1989. There was Jacksonville. There's been a lot of things. The next one, No Shadow, is already announced for next month. Vampires has been out there. There's just numbers and numbers and oodles of these things. And as far as production standpoints go, songs, quality, all that, sounds good. Songs are a little bit hit or miss, like I could just as easily have left these as taken them. But of all of them that have been out recently, since Give Me Something Good and the 1984 punk rock little epic in an EP, or whatever the hell you want to call it, this has probably been my favorite up to this point. I wouldn't say that any of these songs are like album tracks, like this would be an album I'd be excited for if it was in this style. But the art is really cool, and the songs back it up. Do You Laugh When You Lie is a nice, sharper, rockier edge, and I'm in Love With You has kind of a strung back, acoustic kind of a feel, which is nice, because that really hasn't manifested in a big way. It is more of a stripped down cut on Ryan's part. And it's a nice little mini song. It's not very long, but again, it fits nicely into that. Well, I could probably leave it, but as far as having it as a cool little bit of a collector's item and something to listen to, it's pretty fun. So, because we got a lot to cover here, let's get right into the cover art here as I try to line that up for you. There is somebody notable who designed this cover art. I, of course, cannot recall it off the top of my head, but they came in to do the guest art on that, and the art is pretty neat, although this is pretty creepy, I would say. Surprise, surprise, Ryan having something weird or creepy on one of his releases. Side A, Do You Laugh When You Lie? Side B, By the Way, and I'm in Love With You, By the Way. Also pretty catchy. It's got a nice little little hook going on in there, and you know, they're catchy, serviceable songs, if anything. And inside, no download card or anything like that, but he has been making the Pax-Am singles available on iTunes, so you're not completely at a loss, digital music lovers, if you want to get in on this. On this side, we have this here in a continuation of the design, and that in a continuation of that part of the design. And that is about all she wrote for this particular little 7-inch here. It is the latest in the series, as I said, and before too long will be followed up by No Shadow, coming in the early part of January, and from there on out, who the hell knows. He's just going to keep churning these out, and it would be nice if Black Hole showed up one of these months, but beggars can't be choosers. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy Ryan Adams with the 7-inch of Do You Laugh When You Lie? Now, to get to, as we move on here quickly, some of the RSD, Record Store Day stuff, for this particular later Black Friday half of this season. I did not get to personally attend myself, unfortunately. Black Friday is one of those kind of after Thanksgiving Day crazy events I tend to avoid. Put on the, get the 10, not even the 10-foot pole, the kid gloves. You just kind of stay away. You get far away, you keep yourself at a distance, and you say, thank God I didn't get out in that. I wiping my hands of that. Not to be a detriment to the indie record stores that I love, but there's just days you can't go out of your house. That's one of them. But I was able to go and snag a couple of choice, really fun little releases online that I am very pleased with, and we will lead off with one of my special favorites, with the Lone Bellow and their 7" for When You Go. Now this is the blue. We'll just show that now. It is the blue precursor to the Lone Bellow's second studio release coming up on January 27th of 2015, called Then Came the Morning. That would have been sacrilege in my own mind if I just glitched that title name there. And it has the single, the self-titled single, on the A side, and has an amazing B side on the back half called Take Me With You When You Go, which if there are any Lone Bellow fans who happen to watch this video, you know it is out there somewhere digitally. Please let me know, because I have to get to the point where I'm going to need to find the cables for my turntable and just try to get it off there, because it's so amazing and it's a beautiful single and I love it on vinyl. But I'd love to I'd like to have it with me. I'd like to take it with me when I go places. I would like to have it in the earbuds as well as on the speakers. So if anybody knows anything about that, please do let me know. But this is a very fun little teaser of what is to come with the Lone Bellow's next effort in collaboration with the amazing, multi-versatile, oh my god, there he is again and again and again, and he's curating something with Justin Vernon, the great producer, musician, twin brother Aaron Dessner of The National. Just crazy, amazing, awesome, jack-of-all-trades dude. If you haven't heard of him by now, you're under a rock somewhere, I would imagine. So that is that, and inside, like I showed you before, not even really a sleeve, it's just kind of the basic, your blue record here, blue 7", like that, like so. And this is the front cover, and the back, kind of a common motif here, showing a lot of this house. I guess it's the same house, people inside the house, different things. The cover art, a little unusual. I'd like some backstory on that. But that is this particular thing here, the Lone Bellow with When You Go. And now we will close with another particular favorite of mine. I've actually not gotten to listen to these alternate versions yet, so I can't really comment on them at length, but I have heard the record this year. It actually was not one of my more favorite albums of hers. I actually prefer some of her middle solo material a bit more, and the Rilo Kiley stuff. But actually, in terms of just her solo work exclusively, to not pigeonhole her to Rilo, definitely I like some of the earlier period stuff that was a little less pop inflected and had more folk stuff going on. But I was very intrigued because Beck was on to produce. Ryan Adams, who was mentioned there a moment ago, came in to produce some of these songs, and they did this record called The Voyager with Miss Jenny Lewis, former child actress, frontwoman, amazing songwriter, singer, who I got to see in concert earlier this year. A lot of fun. She's a great live act and a great musician, even if this isn't one of my more favorite albums. And this is a limited edition mint green vinyl Pax-Am sessions, Pax-Am versions of Just One of the Guys and You Can't Outrun Them, produced by Ryan Adams and his right-hand man Mike Viola. So like I said, I haven't gotten to hear this yet, but I am very intrigued given the Pax-Am sessions, just as long as they don't trot out any more shameless Ryan guitar that he's just going to throw on his underwhelming self-titled album. That would be nice, but I am definitely intrigued. Not album versions of these tracks, production, photography, very simple stuff here. And inside we have the mint green vinyl on the sleeve in that old style WB Warner Brothers thing where you have to put the old 45 adapter thing in there, very old school looking, and has the nice little Record Store Day sticker on there. But that is my tour through Jenny Lewis with the Just One of the Guys non-album Pax-Am version tracks from The Voyager, which was a nice release, not one of my favorites from this year. The Lone Bellow with their single off of the hotly anticipated Then Came the Morning with this called When You Go. And the latest in the Ryan Adams crazy-ass 7-inch single line with Do You Laugh When You Lie. I hope you enjoy this particular unboxing video, guys. We got a few other things to finish up here. Got one more interesting release coming up for this week to talk about. Then we're going to get into some year-end stuff and start talking about 2015. But keep it here. There's a lot more still to come, getting some things cooking and going. So hang in there, guys, and stay tuned.